Everybody, first I want to say thank you to the people in Philadelphia. Very nice people. You know, we had a great time since we came yesterday. First of all, also want to thank our promoter Samson for giving us the opportunity. We have worked very hard to get to this position. Also Cesar Mercedes Manguita, his manager. And most of all, you know, Jrock for giving us the opportunity. You know, we definitely appreciate, you know, his opportunity. You know, we got a lot of respect for him. You know, he's a great champion. You know, I mean, we know the role of the underdog. We embrace it. Actually, you know, Jrock himself know how to go to the champion's hometown as an underdog and come on top. And we're planning to do the same. You know, we're training very hard once again for such a great fighter like Jrock. You know what I mean? But we come here to win and to give it all in the line. You know, we once again, you know, we're not leaving January 18th saying what we could or have not done. You know, we're gonna do everything in our power to win this match. But like I said, we have respect. You know, as I think who's the best fighter in the 154 in Jrock. But once again, we embrace the underdog role. You know, we coming, you know, with everything, and I know we're gonna be a great fight. The city of Philadelphia gonna have a treat because we're coming to fight. So once again, thank you to the city of Philadelphia, our promoter Samson, you know, I mean Tom Brown, you know, FOX Sport for having us, you know, in their channel. Thank you, Jrock, for the opportunity again. And the public gonna be beneficial to this fight because we're gonna have a fight. All right, thank you very much.
Here is Steven Breadman Edwards.
How you guys doing today? Finally made it back home with the title. You know, we had to go on the road to get it. A lot of people didn't think we would come back with it, but you know, Joe took care of business and VA, and it was a big deal for us to get a chance to, you know, return back home and get the fans in Philadelphia who all supported him a chance to see him live and in person. You know, it's a little different when you're watching it on TV. I think it's going to be a really good fight. We've been watching him for a while, so they may think they're sneaking up on us, but they're not. I know exactly who he is. He's a real good fighter. He's come off some real good victories, so we don't believe in all of that underdog stuff. When two men get in the ring, you never know who's going to win the fight. Julian knows that, so it's going to be a really good fight, and I'm really proud of Julian, what he did, and I think he's going to put on a great show for everybody come January 18th, and hopefully his opponent puts on a good show. God willing, both of the kids come out safe, and we come out with a victory. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Dominican Republic, Jeison Rosario.
Buenos días, Dios les bendiga a todos. Quiero dar gracias y agradecer a Dios primeramente y a mi promotor Samson, mi manager Cesar Mercedes. Sin ellos no sería posible que yo hoy estuviera aquí.
Good morning to everybody, especially the people in Philadelphia. He first want to thank God for the opportunity. He want to thank his promoter Samson, his manager Cesar Mercedes, and without God willing, he would not be here.
Quiero agradecer a Julian Williams también por la gran oportunidad que me ha dado de estar peleando con él aquí en su patio. Reconozco que es un gran campeón. Pero el 18 de enero tengo que hacer mi trabajo y mi trabajo es ganar.
I also want to say thank you to Jeison Williams. He recognized he's the best 154 pounder in the world. You know what I mean? And thank him for giving the opportunity right here at his house. But we're coming January 18 to take the title back home to Dominican Republic.
Estamos trabajando. Y ese día habrá una gran pelea, habrá una gran guerra. Espero que estén en cita. God bless everybody.
Also, you know, we're working hard to put up a great fight. We want all the public to come out and watch this good fight. It's gonna be a perfect play in Philadelphia. We're gonna scrap it out all the way through. Once again, Philadelphia, famous for top fights, top fighters, and we're coming to not disappoint the people of Philadelphia and not disappointing us. But January 18, will be a new champion of the world.
Thank you very much to the challenger, Jeison Rosario. Now let's meet the champion. Prior to his fight in May, he had a 4-fight win streak where he defeated the likes of Ishii Smith and Nate Gallimore. And then he went to his opponent's hometown. And it wasn't just a good fight, it was a great fight. It is a candidate for Fight of the Year here in 2019. It was all action. It showed everything of what it is to be a prize fighter. And being here in Philadelphia, and obviously we know the mythical, those movies of the mythical character of Rocky, but when I think of the man to my right, and I've known him for the past 5 to 6 years, what I can tell you is he has the eye of the tiger. Always has been, no matter in what situation, no matter what opponent, he has that look. He doesn't just want to be good, he doesn't want to be great. He wants to go down as one of the all-time best super welterweights, and that's a throwback Philly fighter. You hear that term thrown around. What is a Philadelphia fighter? This man represents that. It's no coincidence that he wins the world title, the WBA and the IBF 154-pound world championships. And in his first defense, we're right back here in his hometown of Philadelphia. That's not done by accident. He's doing it because he loves his city. I know he's a devout Philadelphia Eagles fan. He loves the city of brotherly love. He's always talking about what it means to be a Philadelphia fighter. Well, he's a Philadelphia fighter who is a unified world champion. And on January 18th, when he makes that ring walk, it is going to be very special because Philadelphia is an amazing fight town. And Philadelphia has a lot to be proud of with this man. Fighting here for the first time in over 8 years, please welcome the super welterweight champion of the world. Here is Julian Jrock Williams.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody for supporting the fight. You know, it took a lot for me to get the titles. You know, we had a lot of like bumps in the road. But you know, me and my coach Steve and my co-trainer Awesome, we just we kept battling and fighting through, and we finally got a breakthrough fight, and we won the titles. And the first thing I wanted to do was bring a title back to Philadelphia. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but it's only been 3 unified champions since the Fort Bell era in Philadelphia. It's Bernard Hopkins, Danny Garcia, and I'm the third one. So I think it's amazing for Al Haymon to give me the opportunity. Al Haymon, Fox, and PBC in general should give me the opportunity to come back here and perform in front of my home crowd. Jeison Rosario is a really good fighter. And I'm not just saying that, you know what I mean, to pipe the fight up or whatever. I've been watching them, and they've been matching them really, really tough. And he's been coming through. He's probably wasn't supposed to win some of the fights that he won. You know, he's got a long loss, but I know how I feel about loss. Just because you lose, that doesn't mean you can't win. And just because you win, that doesn't mean you can't lose. So I'm expecting a really, really tough fight. He's probably known about the fight for a long time, so I'm expecting him to be in really good shape. And he got 36 minutes to change his life forever. You know what I mean? I was in the exact same position he was like 7, 8 months ago. So it would be extremely arrogant of me to think that he's not coming to win or I can't lose just because I'm in Philadelphia. So I'm training my butt off. I've been training for months already. I've been doing mini camps and on the West Coast just like I normally do. And I'm in extremely great shape. And January 18th, I'm a win. I don't know how I'm gonna win, and I don't know if it's gonna be back and forth. I don't know if he's gonna, you know, if I'm gonna get cut or if he's gonna knock him out, but I know I'm gonna come out on top. Thanks for everybody for coming out. I really appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the champion, Julian Williams. Coming here to Julian Williams' hometown to fight for the world title.
Significa todo porque realmente he trabajado duro, me he sacrificado duro para hoy estar aquí y esa noche será grandiosa, vale mucho, vale todo.
For me, actually mean everything. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fighting. So all those years, it all combined to one night, January 18th. We're preparing very well to see the moment, the opportunity. And once again, mean everything to me, mean everything that I have sacrificed since I was 8 years old and I started fighting.
We just heard from Julian Williams that a loss doesn't define you, and both you and Williams have come back from adversity and minor hiccups in your careers. But how much have you learned since that defeat? You are now have won 8 straight and are really hitting your stride at just the young age of 24 years of age.
Bueno, primeramente la derrota fue la que me ayudó a yo llegar aquí donde estoy, porque si no hubiera perdido, no hubiera aprendido lo que hoy en día sé, el sacrificio que debo de hacer y cómo debo trabajar para llegar al cebo a la pelea.
He said that actually he lost what actually made him to be here standing where he are right now. When he lost, he actually realized what he needed to do. He knew he had the skills, but didn't know the work ethic like he's supposed to do it. So actually, his loss is actually what made him to be here right now. He learned from it. He learned what to do, what he's supposed to do, the way he's supposed to be training for a world-class fighter. He actually his loss was a blessing. Actually, he said. Because if not, if he would have never lost, he would have never changed his way of being.
Julian, we'll go with you now, the champion to my right. Philadelphia, a rich fight town. Have you envisioned what that ring walk? Because there's one thing, obviously, once that bell rings, we know what you can do, we know what he can do. But the pomp and pageantry, that is what makes prize fighting so electric, is when these guys walk out, the crowd goes crazy. Philadelphia is a legendary fight town. Have you thought about what that ring walk is going to be like when you walk out here at the Liacouras Center on January 18th, thousands in this place, ready for your walk as you prepare to defend your titles?
Actually, I haven't thought about it. That kind of stuff made my arm sweat. I can only imagine it's gonna be amazing, you know, seeing all my fans and people that have been watching me fight since I was 12, 13 years old, you know what I mean, coming out to support me to see a champion. So I haven't thought about it yet, but I'm pretty sure as I get closer to the fight, I'll start thinking about it, and it'll give me that extra push in camp.
We hear from you and also your trainer, you guys have a very old school way of approaching boxing. Where does that come from? Is it from growing up here in Philadelphia? Because you guys have this a very different way of approaching boxing and prize fighting, similar to that of what we saw like in the late 70s, early 80s. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think necessarily it's a different way thinking about, you know, a different approach. I just think it's not like the new age. Everything in this new era is like, it's like, I call it the microwave era. You know, everything gotta be quick. You know, everything gotta be all shiny and glossy and served in a silver platter. And that's not the way boxing is made to be. You know what I mean? Like we said about the loss thing. You know what I mean? Playing fighters, you know, take losses. You You know, I think in this era, like everybody has to be undefeated. It's like the Floyd Mayweather effect. You know what I mean? Everybody got to be 20-0 and, you know, wear a whole bunch of jewelry, and, you know, have the rappers and whatever. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like a cliche. You know what I mean? So I think it's not necessarily a different way we approach it. Just like it's life. Boxing is like in its purest form is life. Sometimes you fall down, sometimes you get back up, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You know what I mean? We just take it all in stride and just continue to get better and better, and we want to keep coming out on top and winning.
Now, to my knowledge, I don't believe that Rosario is your mandatory. This is not an easy fight whatsoever.
No.
He's a hard-hitting puncher, likes to come forward. He's a volume fighter as well, likes to throw a lot. When they brought the name up to you for a homecoming fight, you could have taken up against lesser opposition. Why Jeison Rosario?
I think you gotta ask Steve. I don't like Sim, Asim, and Steve go over the opponents. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know, we fighting Rosario. I knew who he was because I watch boxing. I'm a boxing fan. So I seen this little running. I'm not gonna say little run. I seen this running went on. I seen the loss that he took to Gallimore. I seen the fight where he beat Jamonte Clark. He's been on a really good run. So when he put his name up tonight, we fight him. I'm like, oh, that's a good fight because he's a really good fighter. He comes to fight, and I believe he's gonna try to come and take my belt. So I'm gonna be ready. I'm ready now.
Well, I can tell just by, again, that look in your eye, you're already focused and prepared. So, Stephen, let me ask you this. He mentioned, you know, let me ask you as to why you guys decided to take on the fighter of Jeison Rosario from the Dominican Republic, who has a lot of pop behind his punches.
I think Jules is the best 154 pounder in the world. So when they sent me the names, it didn't matter. If you're the best, you can fight anybody. So that's how I felt. So he just hit the lottery. It was just his name. It wasn't like I wasn't looking for an easy fight because he's better when he feels threatened. So I know he's going to train hard and do everything he needs to do. And I just, you know, sometimes with picking fights, you get a little strategic with it. But we were supposed to fight Jarrett Hurd for this particular fight, and that fight fell through. So, you know, we was already like gearing on a tall, strong, big punching right-handed guy. So when I got the list of guys, I was like, all right, we'll just take that guy. But I believe Jewel is the best in the world. So at this point, you know, he's a millionaire. He can fight anybody. For the kind of money we make, he can fight anybody in the world. I mean that. I don't care who he fight. If you believe he's going to win, I don't have to, you know, sit on it and think about it and have a long, drawn-out discussion for freaking 2 weeks on who he's going to fight. He don't care who he fight. He believes he's going to win. I believe he's going to win. Some believe he's going to win, so that's just what it was. And, you know, Rosario's a good fighter, but he's not going to beat Julian Williams.
We'll come back to you guys in a few moments, but final prediction time, Jeison Rosario, how's it going to play out on Saturday, January 18th here at the Liacouras Center in Philadelphia?
Bueno, lo que yo puedo decir es que la pelea va a ser una película como la de Rocky y esa noche yo voy a ser Rocky.
He said coming up that night, that fight gonna be like a Rocky movie. We're gonna scrap it out, and I'm gonna end up being Rocky. Being Philadelphia, I'm gonna be Rocky that night.
Let's just hope we don't get a double knockout, huh? Let's hope that we stay away from that. Also want to acknowledge the promoter, Samson Lukowitz of Samson Boxing, Brittany Goosen-Brown, Vice President, TGB Promotions. Julian Williams, Saturday, January 18th, your homecoming, first time fighting here in the city of brotherly love since 2011. In a perfect world, how does the fight play out?
Me coming out, hit him with one punch and he goes to sleep. And I don't even break a sweat, but I don't think that's gonna happen, man. This dude's a pretty good fighter. He's really prepared. I can tell, I can see the look in his eye. Kind of remind me of the look I had in my eye a few months ago. He's got a good team behind him. Samson Lukowitz, got a solid coach. I know they've been game planning, staying up late at night watching tapes, and trying to game plan it, to beat me. So I gotta be fully prepared because he's coming to win, and I respect that.
Well, we respect the both of you. We cannot wait. Don't forget, January 18th, big night of action. Julian Williams putting his 154-pound World Championships on the line against Jeison Rosario live on Fox. It is PBC Fight Night. We will...
Hold on. You go get your belt. In the middle of the band, not that banner.
There you go.
Will you guys scoot a little bit this way, just so you're centered? Everyone a little bit this way.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Everyone right here, please.
Alright, let's do face off.
Ahora de cara a cara.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's why I'm clear. It's just the fighters. One
Oh, yeah.
fighters. There we go.
De cara a cara, solamente.
Keep going face to face. Yeah.
Que sigan de cara a cara.
Do another one facing forward.
Ahora mi
Both of you right here, please. You guys scoot a little bit. Thank you.